Hi everyone, updated skincare routine as requested by about a bazillion people. Now, a little bit about me and my skin before we start, just to give a bit of context for those who might never have watched my videos before or read my blog posts. So I am 2 months almost exactly postpartum. So I had my baby 2 months ago. I'm breastfeeding. My skin when I'm pregnant or breastfeeding tends to be a little bit on the dry side. When I'm not, it's normal to combination, get a little bit greasy on the nose and the chin, but I don't really have that problem at the moment. I thought that I was 35, I'm actually 36. On my About Me section on one of my websites it says 35, and because I go on my website all the time, I drilled it into my own head that I was 35. I am in fact 36, I'm going to be 37 this November. Is that right actually? Maybe I am 35. Hold on a sec. No, we're in 2017, this is ridiculous. I'm 36, I don't know why I'm even questioning this, this is madness. So, my main concerns I would say are sort of signs of ageing, and now that I've got 2 children under 2, tiredness, dullness, starting to get fine lines around the eyes. If your skin is a little bit like mine, you might find that a lot of these products will suit you very well, but most of these products actually are good for pretty much every skin type, apart from some of the very rich creams. And if you've got sensitive skin, then maybe steer clear of the acids or go carefully on them, but we'll talk about that when we get to them. Acids, that sounded scary, didn't it? So, for those of you that know me already and that have watched or read me for a long time, you'll know how important I think cleansing is, and this kicks off the skincare routine every single time. Now, I'd like to say that I do a proper and thorough cleanse every morning and every evening, but the truth is that in the evening I tend to do my main cleanse, and in the morning I try and do a good cleanse again, but if I don't have time I'll use a micellar water or something like a cleansing lotion that you tissue or cotton wool off, rather than having to do the whole lengthy sort of flannel pressing it on procedure. But favourites at the moment, Emma Hardy, that's just a long-term favourite. Oh yes, if you are pregnant, breastfeeding, a new mum, a mum that's not new, a dad, a tired person, somebody that works too much, somebody that doesn't have a lot of time, there is a video for you on brilliant beauty products for that type of person, and that's over on my other channel, which is called The Uphill. And that's sort of baby and mum and toddler stuff over there, but I thought that it would be more relevant. So I'm going to link to the video at the end, it's also linked underneath. Make sure you go and check that out because there's some really good products on there. Another one that I've been using a lot, and this one is in that video, is the Rejuvenating Frankincense cleanser, and that's from Neil's Yard Remedies. Love this one just because it feels like it gives a really good deep clean, but it doesn't strip the skin and it smells amazing. It's very sort of therapeutic. And then this one, which is a pricey one, but I love it. Very natural, very well chosen ingredients, incredibly rich and oily, but it's more like a gel oil. This is from Romilly Wild, and it's the Light and Energy Serum Cleanser, and it just feels like it's really a big skin treat. So I've been using that one a lot as well. That's almost down to the end actually. And with all of those, I put them on, massage them in, and then use a warm flannel to take them off. So there's a little bit of exfoliation in there as well. But you know all that already because I'm always going on about cleansers. So let's talk about little changes that I've been doing to my skincare routine, or things that I think are of note that are important. And the first one is that I've been letting my acid toners or peels, acid exfoliants, creep back into my routine because my skin is less sensitive than it was during pregnancy, and I do find that they give my skin a really good glow, makes it brighter. So I've got a few here to show you. This one I mentioned in the mum video as well, which is a new one. It's the Vichy Idealia peeling, and this is glycolic acid. I think most of these are sort of glycolic based really. Are they? No. So that one, nice and gentle, I find. So might be okay if you've got slightly sensitive skin, definitely okay if you're pregnant, breastfeeding, what have you. As is this one. This is the Gentle Exfoliating Toner, and this is from Merrimeyer. And this one uses citric acid and tartaric acid and lactic acid, but doesn't have, I don't think, no, glycolic acid. So if you're a little bit sensitive to glycolic, which some people are, then this is a good one to try out. I really, really like this one. It works very well on my skin. Sometimes I don't follow it with a moisturiser at all. I just swipe this on and then go to sleep and get very bright skin in the morning. And the other little change that I've been making, or that I did make during pregnancy, only because I worry about getting dark patches, because hormonal changes during pregnancy can really sort of mess with your skin, and a lot of people get dark patches or they're more prone to pigmentation, and the sun obviously makes that worse. So a good SPF in the routine, but also I like to swap in a bit of vitamin C. This is the Alpha H Vitamin C. It doesn't say serum, but it is. It's like a really light, watery serum, really easy to absorb. Been using that one a lot. That comes as part of a set of 4 different vitamins, and they've just brought that out, and it's very, very good. So they've got vitamin A, I think A, B, C, and E, and they each do different things, but I'll link to all of the things below so that you can get more info. But I've been using that a lot. And also the vitamin C24, which is a really, really powerful one from Indeed Labs, which I've talked about before as well. This one actually makes my hands smell of meat when I use it, which is apparently a good sign of it being quite strong. I don't know whether I've mentioned that meat smell before, but anyway, it's sort of gross, but also quite nice because it feels like it's doing something. But vitamin C is really great at a bit of extra protection from things in the environment. So pollution and whatnot, and the sun. It's as I say in my mum video, it's not an SPF, so you're not putting on sun protection, but it does help the skin to protect itself. So good one. On that note, this is another serum, and you can mix this into your moisturiser as well. This is like a sunless tanner, but very, very gradual. So this is the Hydrating Glow Radiance Booster. I've been using this loads. I've talked about this loads. I mean, I use this a lot, and I've still got half a bottle left. A lot. This will probably last you years. Gives you a really nice golden glow. And then I've been testing about 1,000,000,001 hydrating serums as well. So just really good if your skin feels dry, tight, dehydrated, and excellent if you have oily, spot-prone skin, but it's also dehydrated and you don't want to use a rich cream. Perfect. So here I've just got a selection of ones I've been trying. The Guerlain Super Aqua Serum, Filorga, Hydra Hyal. Really having a little bit of a Filorga moment at the moment. That's a good one if you want a budget alternative, because all of those are pretty pricey. That's the Ultra Repair Hydrating Serum from First Aid Beauty. So cleanser, acid toner if you're using it, serum if you want to use that after your acid toner. Acid toner I would use at night, don't really tend to use them, the exfoliants, in my daytime routine. I would normally do cleanser, serum, moisturiser, or moisturiser stroke SPF, and then my makeup. But at night I would do my cleanser, then I would do my acid, and either just leave it like that or put on a light moisturiser on top. And the moisturisers, actually these are all really rich moisturisers, but the ones that I've been using most recently, Clinique Smart Night. This I find really makes my skin very sort of plump, and it feels very rich and nourishing, but it's actually oil-free. So quite a good one to look out for. They do it for loads of different skin types, a few different skin types. So oily, normal, dry. I think they do dry combination as well. There's one of them that's sort of a weird mix. But take a look at that if you want something that's quite rich and nourishing but doesn't have any oil in, because it's very, very good, I think. I'll link to my review that I did on my website. Fan favourite, the Revitalift Filler Renew. This one is from L'Oreal. I also really like the overnight mask one that they do. Just really plumping, and you can feel in the morning that you've put something on the night before. It's not that it leaves a greasy residue or anything, it just, your skin feels sort of quite magnificent. And that's what I like with the Clinique as well. You get that really plumped out effect in the morning. And then finally, this one not so plumpy, but I find that my skin feels quite elastic and supple. This is the Fedora Nutri Filler. And you know what? I've had this for ages and not really tested it, because it hasn't been until the last couple of years that I've started to see fine lines appearing. And so that hasn't been my main concern, but now I'm all for looking out my skincare that's, you know, really targeting lines and things like that. So this is the Rejuvenating Anti-Aging Balm, and I feel like I'm having really good results from this. So hurrah for Fedora. They've just brought out some really sort of super duper high-tech skincare that I want to get started on, but I wanted to finish this first. But it's that thing that when, look, I've still got quite a lot left actually, that as soon as you want to use something up, it feels like it's the never-ending pot of cream. So I'm working my way through that one. Now, I haven't really been using a lot of face oils, not that I can think of. Now and again, a couple of drops of the Declure Neroli or the Darphin Tangerine, mainly just because I like the smell of them. And I do have a couple of oils on the go, but because I've been so intent on trying out all of my creams, these sort of thick buttery creams, oils have fallen along the wayside a bit. So yeah, not so many oils, but I'll get back onto those. But in the daytime, I do tend to use my serum and then go in with one of these glow creams. And I've got quite a few different ones of these on the go. This one's from Pixi and it's the Glotion Day Dew. And this one is from Bobbi Brown and it's the Illuminating Moisture Balm. And this one is quite heavy duty moisturiser. Smells lovely actually, it's just got a slight glow to it. So I tend to use that in the day at the moment, or the Pixi one, like I said. Also Victoria Beckham makeup, they have one, or she has one. It's a lot more expensive. It's got a bit more of a glow to it, but it's more of a makeup stroke skincare hybrid, whereas this one I feel I can just bang on all the time. And there's an Estee Lauder one as well, the Revitalizing Supreme, I think it's called, that I reviewed on the website, and that one's lovely. So cleanser, serum, straight in with one of those if I'm not going to be gallivanting around outdoors loads. If I am going to be gallivanting around outdoors loads and I want an SPF, I've been using this loads recently. It's the Bare Minerals Prep Step and it's an SPF 50. And do you know what? I didn't realise when I was first testing this that it was actually a primer, or an SPF stroke primer. And I loved the finish of it so much that when I did my notes in my iPhone, because when I'm testing stuff, I've just got billions of pages of notes on there about what I think and you know, how something lasts and how it feels on the skin and whether it causes breakouts and all that kind of stuff. And I noted down in my notes that this just left a really velvety, gorgeous surface on the skin, and I thought that it would be really good under makeup. And then I did some research on it and realised it was actually to go under makeup. So there you go. So yeah, Prep Step, really, really good. And I'm fine using it as just a standalone SPF step if I'm not wearing makeup on top. And a good one for around the eyes if you don't want to use face SPF around your eye area, the Hyaluron filler eye cream from Eucerin, which I didn't actually realise had SPF in, but then again, because I'd thrown the box away, when I went online to look up some information like stockists and things, I saw, God, this is almost out, I saw that it actually has an SPF, but it doesn't say that on the tube. It doesn't sting you around the eye area, and doesn't, you know, some of them sort of creep into your eyes and make them water, which is why I quite like to use an eye cream with SPF in rather than a face one. This one does not do that. And I find that it is actually really good and really hydrating, quite rich around the eye area. However, this I've had quite amazing results from. This is the Answerr Miracle Eye Contour Anti-Wrinkle Cream, and I talked about this in a favourites video a while back, maybe February possibly, I think. Now it's pricey, it's really, really pricey, but I've had quite a dramatic reduction in my little fine lines at the corners of my eyes with this. I've been very impressed, and so much of a reduction that I've even gone right in with my magnifying mirror and right in with the zoom on my camera, and they have quite dramatically decreased. If you have got the budget for it, it's absolutely brilliant, I think. I've been quite astounded by the results on that. And one last thing I wanted to include, because it's not really part of a routine, but I've been very impressed with this. I said in my favourites video that I'd been using this simple eye makeup remover, and that one is really, really nice and fine on sensitive eyes, but if you've got really sensitive eyes, then I think this one is great. It's very soothing, but also very effective, and it's the Makeup Forever a waterproof sensitive eye cleanser. I have to be honest, I don't wear a lot of waterproof mascara, but when I did the other day, I couldn't actually find really any of my eye makeup removers that could take it off. This didn't do a great job at breaking it down, but on normal mascara, really, really good. So worth a go, that one, because it's quite hard to find sensitive eye makeup removers that work. And of course, I've mentioned this in about 5 million videos recently, the Soothing Eye Lotion from L'Oréal, the Eye Bright one, which I've been using loads. Very nice indeed. And that is about it. I think this video is 40 minutes long, so I'll try and cut it down a little bit. But I hope that you've enjoyed it and found it useful, and I'm going to list all of the things underneath, so it'll be a massive long list, and some appropriate links to the places on my website where I've reviewed things and other things you might be interested in. But for now, all that's left to do is go on over to my other video on the uphill and have a look at my products for tired people, new mums, dads, mums that aren't new, and people that are short of time, which is the longest title in the world, but I think it just says beauty for new mums. So yeah, I shall see you next time.